CFPB. Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, and what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. Rich, do you ever just wish there was a quiet week in real estate and mortgage news?
Actually, no.
I know.
If it's quiet, nothing's happening.
It gives us something to talk about, and also there's a lot of things moving. Sometimes there's moving in the right directions. Today, we're going to talk about the CFPB, Rich, and I'm going to count on you to make me smart on this. You ready?
Okay, let's go.
Before we get into what's going on currently with CFPB and Trump and the administration and the future of that, why don't you give me a quick primer, and for the listeners out there that may not know the history of the CFPB, tell us all about that real fast.
Well, the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, was established by Congress in an effort to basically, if we remember the Great Recession, 2008, 9, and basically 10, the whole industry, the mortgage industry and the consumer finance industry was basically revamped. To correct ourselves, we created the Dodd-Frank Act. Within that, they created the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to basically oversee the lenders, oversee consumer finance, giving access to consumers to go complain, to learn about lending, to learn about mortgage lending, how to shop for mortgage lending. They did a lot of things, but they also enforced. If lenders made a mistake, CFPB went after them. If they had lots of complaints, the CFPB went after them. They're like our cops.
Yeah, and it's really undeniable to say that we are probably in a better state now in the industry than we were 2007 and 8 and before that. That being said, what are some of the tensions that have kind of come up in the last, several years with the CFPB, and why has there been kind of this push to move past it?
It's just gotten out of control. It's led by one director, which is not always a great thing, because that one director could be politically swayed to do different things under different administrations. It's just gotten out of hand. Like, it served its purpose, and to have a hollowed out version of the CFPB today makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying you declaw it. I'm saying that lenders in the business, either consumer lenders for cars and personal loans or mortgage lenders, we are better companies because of some of the changes that were made during that time period. But the agency has gotten out of control. Their enforcements are out of control, and it's super expensive to operate.
So the CFPB, it sounds like it's gone past its kind of core mission of protecting consumers and kind of antagonizing now the people trying to serve those consumers. That brings us up to kind of the past couple of weeks. One of the things that's come out of the administration is this idea that maybe we'll dismantle the CFPB. Tell me about that. What's going on with it? How likely is it? And where do we go from here?
Well, Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiencies is after him right now. They're in the CFPB. Elon Musk hates the CFPB. I mean, he's sent tweets out, or X's, I don't know what you call them now, but he's like, they're dead. Well, technically, they won't be dead. They can defund them, which is basically what they've done, and told all the workers to stay at home. If you try to go to cfpb.gov, you're going to see a 404, meaning the site is basically unserviceable. You can't do anything there. But it takes listen, the CFPB was created by an act of Congress. It would need an act of Congress to delete it, to get rid of it, to rip it. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, I think it would be really hard on our industry, the mortgage industry, to totally delete it, because there are some good things. There are some protections for the mortgage industry, but we'll see where Congress goes. Congress would have to completely disappropriate, get rid of, and basically vote them out. And I don't know whether that's going to happen. We will see.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting right now trying to balance this idea of whether you stop the bleeding or you just cut the arm off. And I guess it really just comes down to the core question: without the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, are consumers still protected?
Yes, of course. I mean, the states all have regulatory bodies that personally look after consumers within their states.
Hmm.
The problem as a lender is there's no central authority. So, for us that we're licensed in, 36 states, that's 36 different regulators that could have different rules for everything we do on a day-to-day basis. That would be a huge challenge on a lender to stay compliant everywhere if every state's different.
I think that's what some people don't understand about some of these national agencies. It's good to have some interstate regulation when it comes to commerce. It's good to send some things back to the state, but it's hard to do business when you have to do business 50 different ways in 50 different states. So, Rich, thanks for making me smart on this. It's a big topic. We'll definitely be seeing how it plays out. What are some of the things that outside of this that we are concentrating on here, because we obviously cannot control what the CFPB or the government does on these things?
Yeah. Well, we're focused on bringing just the best experience to our borrowers, no matter what, CFPB or not. We regulate ourselves. We want to do the right thing at all times. And we're also looking for the right originators to join our team. People, if you do business right and you need a lender with a lot, no red tape that's going to let you run and coach you and give you the best products, I would consider giving me a call, or anyone at Network Funding for that matter, for a confidential call to learn about us.
Yeah, Rich, I think one of the feathers in our cap here at Network Funding is that back in 2008, when we had that subprime mortgage crisis, it really didn't affect us because we weren't involved in that kind of business, because we saw early on that it wasn't the right kind of business, and we do loans with integrity here. And so thanks again, Rich, for making us smart. And also thanks everyone out there for watching and listening wherever you are. We appreciate you. Keep paying attention to the news. We'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.